Wel, oedden ni'n tyllu oedden ni wedi cael sylwi fan o grac ar y waliau, dyn oedd y section engineer wedi bod yma. Wedi efo rhaid ni underpinio dan y talcan yma i gyd, reit rownd. A wrth dyllu, a hyd yr ochr yna, ddoth wil ar hyd i'r bedd mewn ffordd, dyn oedd Matthew mewn wedyn. A sylweddoli bod o'n un o'r beddi o'r 6eg ganrif.
We seem to have found an early medieval grave which could date from 500 AD to around 1200 AD. But the exciting thing about it is that although the site is thought to be 6th century, 600 AD, there's no real dating evidence until now, so this is the first real evidence of those early settlement here. We don't know much at the moment apart from the style of the grave, which we mainly know the date of, but health and safety and the engineers have come in, so they're going to allow us to excavate it completely and we'll record it going down in stages, and then we'll be able to recover everything associated with the grave and preserve it perhaps in the museum or as a display.
Wel, fan hyn mae'r shed sydd yn cynhyrchu electric i'r eglwys fan hyn, a dyn wrth dyllu'r y topsod i ffwrdd. Oedd Matthew Jones o hyd i'r cerrig yma sydd ar y llawr fan hyn. Wrth dyllu weld gwylod un o'r cerrig, mi oedd ar draws wal fan hyn, a dyn nhw'n di dyddio hon eto, maen nhw'n di yrru rhywfaint o'r calch i ffwrdd i gael dyddio hi mewn ffordd. Fel ti'n gallu gweld, mae'r cerrig cael ei gosod ar ei gilydd, dim daclus iawn, ond mae'n edrych eitha sylfaen rhywbeth, a dyn mae'n afortar rhwng y cerrig, sydd yn amlwg bod ti wedi bod yn wal ar ryw oes. Heb dyllu mwy ar y seit yn hyn, mae'n amhosib deud wal be. Mae'n nhw'n sôn illa mae'n hen fanachdy wedi bod yma ar ryw oes, ond dwi'n yn gwybod.
What I'm doing now is all the bones are being recorded, so we're going to lift each individual bone and record them individually in their own bags, and this is just to help the osteologists when they reconstruct the skeleton, so they don't have to go through a bag of bones. And it's also so we can, if we need to single out a single bone for identification or for dating purposes, we know which bag to go for.
Da ni'n gwybod faint i oed o. O leia 1000 o flynyddoedd oed. A pan oedden ni'n mynd o'n yma bore yma, oedden ni'n edrych ar gerrig y bedd, rownd y bedd. Bedd cist ydy yna fo, a pridd ar y top. Da ni'n dod yn ôl ar ôl bod mewn pwyllgor, a erbyn hyn mae yna sgerbwd yna, ryw greadur, efo coesa hir. Da ni'n gweld mond y coesa, achos mae gweddill y corff o'r golwg o dan yr eglwys o hyd.
You can see the crack running through the bone there, and it looks like it hasn't gone all the way through. It looks like he did have some damage to this leg, and this leg is slightly bowed, so it could be because of that as well, that he's hurt his leg in the past. And you've got this bump as well, which might be where it's healed, so where it gets a bit thicker. Every stage, as we go down through the grave, we have to photograph and hand draw to scale, and that's just so we know the position of everything for better interpretation later, and visually so it can be used in books and just publications as well, really. We're at the final stage now. I've removed the body and excavated underneath and taken samples. There doesn't seem to be a stone base, so what we're going to do now is just remove the side stones and the foot stone, and these will all be numbered, and they're numbered on a plan as well, so if possible it can be reconstructed for the museum.
Hi, I'm here now with the museum has just finished, and just to talk about the body that we found, which was filmed earlier and later last year. Basically, the outcome was it was a lady, which is very surprising, as you usually get men in kiss cemeteries. She was probably about 5'8", so a reasonable size, reasonably healthy. She had no real sort of damage on her body. She had some damage from an early age which she'd fixed. Her body had grown over and it seemed to not really affect her in later life. It's quite likely she had 30-40 years of good life, and it's possible that she had a coffin or a wood lining on the grave from iron nails that we found within the fill and next to the feet. It's probably shrouded as well based on the tightness of the grave. She was wrapped up. Studies on what she would have eaten showed that she mainly had an omnivore diet, which is a mixture of grasses, wheats and red meat and chicken, I suppose, white meat, but very little fish considering the coastal community that she came from or lived and died in. The biggest surprise was her dates. The kists are usually dated 8th, 6th to 9th century, usually 8th is the common, but she was dated 12th, late 12th, 13th century, which is unique in the whole of Britain. There's only 4 to 5 graves with kists or stone linings, which are very significantly different to hers, and they're all male, and they're usually quite posh and foreign, buried at monastic communities or castles. There's one in Hereford Car Park, excavation from the 1990s, and he's actually named as a bishop from France who requested to be buried in the old style. Nobody else was being buried this way. She also had quartz stones which were deliberately placed above the head. This is also prehistoric, going up to later Roman, maybe 7th century practice. It's never seen after 7th or 8th century, except now.